Hello. Here's the scoop today. We have a scoop. I have a request from a friend to do a workout targeting the upper back muscles for people that have a forward head posture, are worried about a dowager's hump, or have exaggerated flexibility through the rib cage region of their spine. This might also affect women that have very large chestises because of the need to counterbalance that weight by kind of shifting back through this region. Okay, I'm sure there's many, many more reasons, but let's just go with those. Because that's what we're going to focus on, I'm realizing this could be used by a large range of people in terms of just their overall body awareness and fitness level. So I put a chair out, which isn't really going to be part of the workout as a prop, but when we're sitting with our legs crossed on the floor, if that's not an ideal position for you, go into the chair because it's important that you're able to sit up straight comfortably. And if there's a bunch of strain in your hips or in your low back, there's really no point in working on your upper back. What I want to create in this workout, still full body, just accenting the way that Pilates isn't just about your abs. We do need support from the abdominal muscles to stabilize the torso, but that in this case is setting a foundation. Aligning your hips really matters to what happens to your upper body because I'm always reacting to a shift below, okay? And I don't even think I could shift without doing that. So we will still include the normal stuff you're used to and just talk a little bit more about how we balance out the upper back muscles with your abs. When it comes to the forward head, because I'll probably forget this, usually fixing a forward head is about everything below it. So if we go back to like just the poor posture, watch as I organize and get my hips over my heels and just naturally like the ribs get over the hips and the head comes back in space. Do-do-do-do. Okay, so everything's going to be improving together. You just might notice it last here if this was your actual problem area. All right, here we go. Time check. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do 2 sets of the first round of exercises. So I'll do one in the chair and one I'm going to sit on the floor. I'm going to do the floor first, even though I said that backwards. I just realized those people might need to see this more. Okay. If you're sitting on the ground, legs crossed. If you're sitting in the chair, leave a little space between your legs. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, I think that's better. Put one hand on your knee. Take your other hand and stick it in front of your forehead. We're going to go through our breathing warm up with a little spinal mobility stuff at the same time. On the first move, I want you to exhale, and you're going to rotate, bringing your elbow towards the hand on the knee. And then as you inhale, come back up to vertical. As you twist and flex forward, press your knee into your hand, or your hand into your knee, to activate your obliques a little more on the side you're twisting towards. One more time. Exhale, rotate and flex. Inhale up. Same movement, add extension here at the top. So you're going to exhale, rotate and flex down. Now come back up through the center and lift your chest. So here I'm in no rotation, just a slight extension. Exhale, rotate and cross. Inhale back to the middle, go through neutral before you extend. And be conscious of that. Press down into your sit bones, lift your heart, lift your chin. One more time, rotate and come back up. Now rotate down again. This time you're going to come up to vertical and stay vertical, but then twist away from the hand on the knee. Exhale, rotate towards the hand on the knee. Now push that hand into the knee as you twist away. Watch the sneaky error that can happen here is on that side, rounding the shoulder forward. Instead, draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Letting the scapula glide is a great way to help you open the chest. One more time. Glide together. And relax. Okay, last version. Stay tall now. Go back and forth. So you're going to push your hand into your knee, twisting in and out. And you're always going to keep, not a hard press, but just the stability of the connection of your hand to your leg. And we're going to do 2 more. All right, so I'm hoping I can keep this count straight on the other side. I did some sets of 4, some sets of 5. We'll work it all out. All right, I'm going to move up to here. You just switch where your hand is. Okay. All right, so now I'm placing that hand on the knee. Other hand goes to the forehead. First variation, rotation, and back up to neutral. As you exhale, you're going to twist, bringing the elbow across to the opposite side, and then back up. And again, exhale, twist and flex. Underneath you, try to stay on your sit bones so your pelvis is vertical. One more time, rotate, and come back up. Add the extension element, rotate down. Now get back to the center, lift your heart, draw that elbow back slightly. Rotate and flex. Exhaling, inhale, come back up. Exhale to twist and curl. Inhale to lift. One more that way. And up. All right, now I'm going to go to rotation. So I'm going to flex across. I'm going to come up to vertical and then turn away. And this is where we started our 5. So I'm going to cross. You're going to inhale right into your chest. Press your hand into your knee to help you twist. Exhale. Inhale up, root down into the sit bones. 2 more times. Remember, we're resisting that front shoulder rolling forward. Last one like this. And up. All right, let's stay up for 5 reps. We're going to twist towards the knee and away from it. Exhale. Inhale. 3. Keep getting taller with that inhale. Compress and lift. One more time. Rotate and return. All right. Relax your arm back down. You're still sitting. I'm going to go back down to the floor. Stay in your chair. And last thing before we get down to the ground, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Leave a little bend in your elbows and take the arms forward of you enough that you can see your elbow pits in your peripheral vision. I wanted to say elbow pits really bad. Shrug your shoulders, lifting your arms up. Slide your shoulders down. As I'm looking at myself, if you kind of are the same shape as me, pretend you're holding a big exercise ball in your arms like you'd sit on, and that should keep tension out of your elbows and wrists, this softness you'd have to imagine to hold it. I'm looking for that slight bend in your elbows so we can make it really easy for your scapula to glide up and down. Now, alternating one, then the other. One, then the other. By being aware of the elbows being bent, you also have to know the movements coming from the shoulder, right? That would be a change of my shape. One more each side. And relax. Okay, arms back down. Let's go down onto your back. And we're going to go through a hip roll that looks like an undulating wave. In starting out, you want to leave a little space in between your legs. You want your feet close to you, about 6 to 8 inches, and your arms down by your sides. So in the undulating version, we use the hip roll and a slight arch in the back, like the bridge motion, to get a little more flexibility through the spine is my goal. So as you exhale, start to curl your hips off the mat. You're going to lift up one vertebra at a time to get to the base of your shoulder blades. So here we kind of go through a neutral tone, and then you're going to drop your hips straight down. So I'm going to roll up through flexion, allow the arch to come into my back, and let the tailbone lead back down to the ground. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, lower. You're going to do 2 more times as you curl up. Reach your knees away from the shoulders. Make that tractioning before you fall down. One more time. Roll up and then fall down. Now let's do that in reverse. If you prefer this neutral instead of arched, doesn't make a difference. Do what feels good. All right, so I'm going to push up like a bridge and then roll down through flexion this time. Allow the curve into your back, lift up, and then inhale into your back as you roll down. Exhale, lift. Try to feel how you're creating a stretch. As you place down each bone, we get the bones pressing into the muscles from the inside. 2 more times. Lift, drag your hips towards your heels. One more time. Press up and inhale to roll back down again. All right, turn onto your side and place your bottom hand under your head. Legs in tabletop. All right, you're going to reach your top arm out at chest height. We're going to make a circle with your arm. As you breathe in, lift your arm up by your ear, turn your palm up, and start to rotate your upper body, reaching your arm towards the wall behind you. Exhale, you're going to bring your arm down by your hip, where you'll turn your palm down and bring it around to the front. So you'll inhale for half of that circle. Keep pressing your knees down to resist your rotation. Exhale around to the front. So I love this version of our spinal rotation because you can really feel it differently in your pecs. That turn palm up as you hit the stretch. Let's do that one more time this way. You really get a sense of how the muscle fans out Oh, so it's got a broader connection at your breastbone and that tighter, ropier one at your arm. Now let's reverse it. Go down by your hip, rotate back. And then up by your ear and around to the front. I always hate the moments where you catch me actually enjoying these exercises and not just teaching you. Rotate back, inhale, and exhale around and back to the front. Breathe in. Remember to anchor down the knees. Your goal is to keep your hips and your legs still and around. One more time. Remember, palm up during this back range and then back to palm down as we come around to the front. All right, let's reverse it to your other side. Do, 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 do. All right, make a 90-degree angle at your hips and your knees to help you weigh those legs down. Reach the arm out at chest height, and let's go towards the ear. You're going to inhale breath, bring it around by the ear, turn your palms up, let your head follow the rotation. Exhale, come around by your hip and back to the front. All right, so you feel out the movement. Now feel out the anchor. Keep the hips stacked, resist the twist back, and exhale around to the front. 2 more times. Big breath in. Let the breath expand the chest more. And then exhale, pull your abs in, bring it to the front. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale around. Let's do that backwards. Inhale, arm goes down by your hip and around to the back. Exhale, lift the arm past the ear. And again, inhale, open. And exhale, squeeze those inner thighs, bring it around. 2 more times. Breath in. And exhale to close. And inhale and exhale around to the front. All right, let's go into kneeling on your hands and knees. We're going to start out with the kneeling version of swimming. So as you set your quadruped position, leave a little space between your knees and place your hands right under your shoulders. When you exhale, you're going to slide one leg out on the mat. And as you lift that straight leg up, you're also going to lift up the opposite arm. We're going to make a long line, foot to hand. Inhale, back down. Excuse me, I got to crawl forward because I just hit the radiator. Exhale, switch leg and arm each time. Inhale to lower. I could have done that stealthily and not told you. Keep going back and forth because I realize your head's probably down doing an exercise right now. Exhale, reach out. And inhale to lower. Compress the abs as soon as you start your exhale. And make that your focus before the movement so you can kind of feel where you are. You want to have this sling of support underneath you and draw into your center before you draw out with the arm and leg. 3 more times. I wonder why my voice is so speedy today. And 2, I mean, I didn't have like extra coffee is why I'm asking that to you. 1 more. And lower back down. All right. Now, if your fingers have creeped closer together, spread them out again. I'm going to have you do a weight shift. Keep your back neutral. Lean back towards your heels, and you'll get about halfway there. And then shift forward till you feel a little stretch on your wrists. And we're just going to go back and forth like that. When you get the load onto your arms, think of it more than shifting. You're actually bracing. I want you to take all your fingers, push yourself away from the floor. That's probably going to limit you and you'll go less far, but you'll feel like your forearms are working as they're getting longer instead of getting like bad pulled into compression that I would mask and tell you was a stretch, but really wasn't. Okay, now we're going to try that again with your hands backwards. But when you turn your arms around, leaning forward is the part that's going to feel like a relief or release. You're going to go backwards into what feels like the stretch, and you'll see way less range of motion, and then forward. Did I say it less enough times? It's harder to do what I said before, but still would be a really good idea to push away with your fingers. Whoa, that makes the forearms more active. This has nothing to do with your upper back. Just kidding, it does too. Nothing I do is an accident with you. 2 more times. All right. Carefully turn your hands back. Oh. All right, we're going to do a cat stretch. I want you to curl your toes underneath because if you're up for it, we're going to do 3 and then 3 in a knee hover so we can keep building the strength of these wrists. If not, do all 6 in knee down. Okay. On your exhale, tuck your tail under, round your spine into a C shape and hang your head to look at your knees. Then inhale, roll right back out, go just past neutral into a slight extension. Exhale, tuck your tail under, scoop the abs up, hang your head down to look at the knees, and then inhale, roll it back out. And exhale, tuck under, feel the roll of the abs, spread those shoulder blades apart, hang the head, and then roll it back out and let your shoulder blades come together as you go into your extension. All right, if you're picking your knees up, put a little weight into your fingertips, then your toes, lift your knees up into a low hover. As you exhale, tuck your tail under, flex the spine, try to keep your knees at the same height. Inhale, roll it back out. Extension's okay, but if you want to stop in neutral, do whatever feels good for your back. Exhale, flex. And by that I mean you don't feel strain in your back. It's okay to feel a little toning because your low back muscles are working, but we got to do it in balance with everything else. So you're going to feel those sit bones nice and wide as you extend back out. All right, drop your knees, sit your weight back onto your heels into a shell stretch. Excellent job. I feel that you did great just there. Take a breath in, roll up on your exhale. Just do a quick doodly-doo of your wrists. All right. Sitting. Some bend in your knees. It's okay for your feet to be flat, but if that leaves you sitting like this, the thing we're working on, walk your feet out a little so you can sit up straight on your sit bones, or grab a couple cushions, and if you sit with your hips up higher, it'll also be easier. I'd say use the chair, but not if it has a back, because we're rolling back. Okay, I want you to go back to the hands on the forehead position that we had early in the warm-up, but it'll be both hands now. Use this for this exercise so it's easy to keep your elbows forward of you. I want you to take a breath in, root down into those sit bones and sit up tall through the center of your body. When you exhale, roll your hips back, and we're going to round the lower spine towards the mat. Now, if you feel shaky right now, reach your arms out there. If not, if you like this challenge, hands can stay here. We're going to hold for a breath in. When you exhale, you're going to round forward over your knees. Inhale, sit up tall. All right, next rep, I'm just going to do it leaving my hands at my head. Exhale, roll back, but if you want to reach them forward, that's where you do it. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, curl forward. Now stack up tail to head. All right, now I'm going to move my arms the whole time. Start to roll back, tuck up the pubic bone, and then I'm going to reach the arms forward to counterbalance so I can go even deeper into the curl. Stay there to breathe in. When you exhale, you're going to come forward. Bring your hands back to your forehead, dive over your knees. Inhale, sit up tall. Okay, so you have those two choices. Roll back on the exhale. Make sure you're sliding your shoulders down. Keep that neck feeling long. Inhale, breathe into your back. Exhale, slide your ribs towards your hips, dive over your knees. Inhale, stack up tall. Roll back on the exhale. Hold there, take your breath in. Now deepen that compression, curl yourself forward. Try to feel light. Inhale, float up. Let your shoulder blades fall down as you find vertical. Exhale, roll it back. Inhale, stay. Exhale, flex over your knees. Inhale, sit up tall. One more time. Roll back as you exhale. Inhale, stay. And then flex forward to the legs. Inhale to sit up tall. All right, we're going to reach both arms forward at chest height. Sorry. I keep sitting like on my clothes and I feel all princess in the pea right now. Okay, obliques roll back. So we start with the arms long. When you exhale, initiate by rolling your pelvis back the same way, but this time we're going to swing one arm down and back to twist. Inhale, turn to the front and sit up tall. Roll back, rotate, opening the chest, and inhale, return. And let's just keep going fluidly side to side. Since we're targeting the upper back, it's actually this moment between reps that I care about the most. Lift up, root down into the sit bones, and I'm just going to keep reinforcing that sentence. That's where the sensory nerve endings are. That's training your body to really feel what vertical is. Like your sit bones are kind of like your feet, just a lot of nerve endings to help you identify your base. 3 more times. I have no idea how many reps we did. I wonder if it was 1,000,000. Last one. And ba-boom. I hope you know just to like not listen to me and bail if something doesn't it feels like I've been doing it too long. Back down onto your back. You're going to go face down. Okay. W shape with your arms. Legs are parallel, either together or slightly separated. Let's get some extension going in your upper back. As you breathe in, press into your forearms, start to lift your gaze towards the end of the mat, and push away with your forearms to pull your shoulder blades together as you keep rising up till 1 or 2 ribs are left on the mat. Stay there and take a breath in, and then exhale to come back down, sequencing through your ribs, then your throat, and then your head. Inhale at the bottom to get a little longer. Exhale, start to lift up. While you're peeling your body away from the mat, compress your abs and let that force be your limit so you know where to stop. Hold there, breathe in, and now use that force to pull you back down. Your ribs kind of, I said that backwards and too late, so let's try to say this on the next one. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale as you lift up. So you're lifting up with your upper back muscles. Your abs right now are pulling back down. That's what's giving you the limit. Stay to breathe in, and then it's like we switch it. The force of your breath pulls you back down, and your upper back muscles release gradually so you don't crash. One more, breathe in. Exhale, lift up. As the shoulder blades go back and down, it'll help you push your chest forward to get better extension. Inhale to stay, and then compress your abs, hug your ribs together, lower back down. Thank you for your patience with my words. Okay. Push back up one more time to start the next part. So if you hit the top of the lift we just did, I now want you to come off of it by an inch. Stay about that height, which you can fuss around with, of course, and we're going to windshield wiper. So you're going to take one arm as you inhale, you're going to extend it and reach it over to the opposite side, and then exhale to tuck back in. Go the other way. Inhale diagonally across, exhale to return. As you reach the arm back and forth, you're going to let the upper body follow it into a side bend. And if you'd like, we can add the leg stepping across now. If that brings a bunch of tension into your low back, that might be a reason to fuss and bring the height of your hover a little bit lower still till that tension goes away. One more to each side. And stretch it over and return. Lower, back down. Sit back onto your heels into a shell stretch. I find the hardest thing about teaching, not virtually, this could be live too, is you explain an exercise and then you want to tell people what not to do wrong. But by the time you're done saying that, the exercise is over. And that's what I feel like I just did to you. Forward head posture. Let's go on to your back. Practice what you preach. Okay. So here we are again. Let's do some ab work. I want you to place one hand behind your head and one hand at your forehead. Both elbows should be angled up slightly, but it's okay if you feel crooked, of course, when you do this. We're going to start out just going through a regular ab prep. 2-breath pattern. Inhale before you start. When you exhale, tip your chin down and curl up your head and shoulders till you're at the bottom tip of the shoulder blades, and then inhale to come back down. Exhale, curl forward, gazing towards your thighs, and inhale as you return. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, lower. 2 more of these, round forward. Let your head be heavy into that backhand as you drop. Flex up and lower back down. Now we're going to add rotation to this. As you curl up, the hand that's in the front, we're going to reach it across to the opposite side, and then come all the way back down. And again, curl up, reach diagonally across, inhale to lower. Exhale, flex up, and lower back down. 2 more this way, curl up, and lower, and round forward, and return. All right, now we're just going to repeat those 2 exercises on the other side, but there'll be more. All right, so angle those elbows up slightly. Try to feel as level as possible with the shoulder blades. And now just curling up, inhale first, exhale, nod the chin, flex forward, inhale, lower down. Keep doing that, but let's talk about your pelvis. When you curl up, you're trying to learn to stay in a neutral pelvis. So we start with a little curve in the low back, and it should remain as long as we do stop at the tip of the shoulder blades. If you feel like you're flattening your low back, counter cue yourself. Push your pubic bone down to resist that flattening. And exhale, flex up. Inhale, back down. All right, let's add the rotation. You're going to curl up and rotate, doing that kind of chopping across with the hand. Inhale, lower, back down. Exhale to lift and rotate. Inhale, return. Curl up and chop. Inhale, back down. 2 more times, rotate and reach. Inhale, lower. Last time, reach across and lower back down. Switch hands again. Rock into imprint. So now you are flattening your low back a little bit. Lift up one leg at a time into tabletop position. All right, from here, curl up your head and shoulders. You're going to rotate and do the same chopping action as you toe tap the opposite leg. Then keep your hands at your forehead. Just twist the other way while you toe tap the other leg. So I'm going to do chop, toe tap, just a twist, toe tap, and chop, toe tap, twist and tap. One more each way on this side. Chop and twist. Come back to the center. Lower your head. Okay, I do want you to take your feet down because I was being like fairly nice to you till now. That was a toughie. Switch your hands. I would like you to have the time to sense that transition through breath and really make sure you're stable before we go again. So as you exhale, tilt into imprint, lift up one leg at a time to tabletop. All right, so we're going to curl up your head and shoulders. Now you're going to do your chopping action and toe tap the opposite side leg. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist and tap. Back through center. Chop side as you exhale. Inhale through the middle and just twisting side. Chop across and then twist away and tap. One more each way. Exhale, chop. Back through middle and twist. Back through middle. Lower your head. Lower your feet. Okay, so there you had to manage a lot of force through your torso. That's why I was calling it hard. Having to juggle the legs being in the air, but also mobilizing the hips while we were twisting really brings the integration through your torso. All right, so we got that going. Let's stand up. Oh, my mic cut out. Stand with your feet parallel, hip width apart. Go back to hands behind the head again. I'm going to take you through just a mobilization of the spine series, and then we'll do some balance work. But once again, get those elbows really far forward of you to do this. All right, we're going to come down into a squat. You're going to stand up. You're going to lift your heels and straighten your arms and then lower. So I'm going to squat down, rise with the weight in the heels, which I'll then shift towards the front of the foot and return. Squat down, rise up, heels lift. I'm going to turn sideways to you. I'm trying to keep my back neutral throughout the exercise. So when I squat, the hips are going back in space and my chest is dropping forward when I hip hinge. 2 more times. Squat, stand, heels lift, and drop. Squat, stand, heels lift, and drop. Okay, I'm going to take an arm up and side bend. And I'm just going to keep switching side to side. And one more each way. The arm swing is letting you elevate one shoulder blade so you're getting a better stretch through the shoulders. Now we're going to come back down into a squat. You're going to work with straight arms, and I'm going to have you twist so you're angled towards one knee. Leave one hand behind. You're going to rotate, reach the other arm back, and swing it back down like you're clapping. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Let's do 2 more on this side. Make sure you keep that slight forward pitch. And 1 more, and return. All right, same thing to the other side. Now just swinging. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, return. Inhale, twist, and back. And you're halfway there. Keep pumping it with the breath. Expansion, contraction, big inhale. Stick those sit bones out. Last 2. And 1 more time. All right, rise back up to stand. Back to the hands behind your head. We're going to flex your upper spine. So kind of quick, but So you're using your breath to still make the curl. It doesn't sound cute, right? And up, and up like that. All right, so I'm getting the fold coming right where my sternum ends. One more, pause. All right, that's your upper body. Let's add a march with your leg. So my knee is going to come up towards the nose. If you're very flexible, be conscious of what I said. Don't get yourself a bloody nose. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Still with that leg. Extend your arms, add a chop down. So you're going to flex, march, inhale, lift. Make the lift the exercise now. Do the crunch, but root down into your heels as you press up. You've got 4, 3, big inhale, 2, and 1. All right. Back behind your head. Marching with the other leg, give it a little power. Exhale, flex, inhale up, curl, lift. If you feel that ankle rolling out, push into the big toe. Remember, you have the power to counterbalance whatever's going on. You just got to know where to dig in. 9, one more time. Flex, pause. All right, give me the straight arms. 10 more. Hit it. Exhale, flex, inhale, big. Remember, root down into the heels. Keep finding your center. You've got 5, lift, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. All right, let your arms circle around. Just keep doing that. Up and around. Now, allow a little drop. Lift, just so you're kind of looking where your arms are going. Reverse the circles, go back to just the arms. Soft through the elbows and the wrists. Now follow, flex, lift, flex, lift. And relax. All right, shake yourself out. You're all done. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you soon.